Leading the convoy is the mighty Mercedes-Benz Actros, a powerhouse of heavy hauling. Moving such a colossal structure isn't just about brute force, it requires precision and exceptional driving skills. A stunning showcase of engineering and power. Before us stands a massive pressure vessel, 8.4 meters tall, 74 meters long, and weighing a staggering 400 tons. To transport this giant, the team has deployed a Faymanville trailer with numerous axles, ensuring optimal weight distribution and stability on all terrains. From carefully rolling out of the warehouse to navigating challenging roads, this is more than just transportation, it's a masterpiece of engineering, power, and meticulous planning, a truly breathtaking display of heavy machinery in action. This video is a feast for anyone who loves massive machines. First up, the white and yellow Komatsu with a bucket so huge it's practically a house on tracks. Transporting it is no small feat. It's secured on a specialized multi-axle trailer, built to handle such extreme loads. And who better to take on the job than Momoit? Their expertise in moving these giants is undeniable. Truly impressive work. Then we switch gears to an orange Hitachi, equally gigantic, just a different flavor of awesome. This time, it's the classic American rigs doing the pulling and pushing. Gotta love the sheer scale of it all. Seeing these monster machines rolling down the road or whatever massive track they're on. It's not just about the size though, it's the engineering, the logistics, the sheer power needed to move these things. Transporting these excavators is no walk in the park. It's a carefully choreographed operation, demanding precision and expertise. Bottom line, if you're into big boys' toys, heavy metal, and engineering marvels, this video is pure gold. Impressive stuff. Keep those wheels turning and the engines roaring. Right off the bat, you can see this ain't your grandpa's pickup truck. This is a purpose-built, heavy-duty, likely military spec hauler. Just look at the stance, the aggressive tread on those tires. They're practically begging for a fight with some serious terrain. And that camouflage paint job tells you this rig is used to blending in, getting the job done where nobody else can, probably far off the beaten path. Now, let's talk about that mud. Folks, that ain't just a little puddle after a rain shower. That's serious mud. The kind of stuff that'll suck your boots right off your feet. The kind of muck that can stop a lesser vehicle dead in its tracks. But watch how this beast just plows through it. You can see the suspension working overtime, each wheel fighting for traction, digging in and churning. Listen to that engine. It's not screaming, it's growling. That low, guttural growl, that's torque, baby. That's the sound of raw power being put to the ground. All those axles working in perfect harmony to claw its way forward. And it's not just straight line grunt either. See how the driver expertly navigates those ruts and uneven patches. That takes skill, but it also takes a machine that's built to handle it. The articulation in the chassis, the way those tires find grip even when half submerged in slop, that's engineering at its finest. This isn't just about brute force, it's about controlled, calculated power. The scene shifts, and we see her later, out of the mud, but now tackling a different kind of challenge, hauling logs. And not just a few twigs, we're talking monster logs. Look at the size of those timbers piled high on that lowboy trailer. That's a serious payload, folks. And she's pulling it uphill on a dirt track that's still looking pretty rough. Listen again to that engine now. It's working harder. You can hear the revs climb a bit as it digs in for the incline. But it's still smooth, still confident. No struggling, no wheel spin, just pure, unadulterated hauling power. This video, it's more than just a truck driving around. It's a demonstration of capability, a testament to the sheer engineering might that goes into building machines like this. It's the kind of stuff that gets a gearhead like me absolutely fired up. This truck is a beast, a workhorse, a legend in the making. You can bet your bottom dollar, wherever this machine is operating, it's getting the job done, no matter how tough the conditions. That, my friends, is what heavy machinery is all about. All right, listen up you gearheads, and ditch the small talk because we're about to witness true giants rolling. Forget your run-of-the-mill 18-wheelers. We're talking about the big boys, the heavyweight champions of the trucking world here. This ain't no grocery run. We're hauling colossal bridge sections, monstrous industrial gear, and stuff that'll make your jaw hit the floor. Feast your eyes on these road-dominating behemoths in motion. A whole convoy of trucks, sometimes pushing and pulling in perfect harmony, just to muscle these titanic pieces of metal down the highway. And the trailers, forget axles. These rigs got wheels for days, man. It's a mind-blowing spectacle of engineering and pure trucking muscle. You'll see these epic transports crawling through city streets and stretching across open highways, moving at a snail's pace cause, well, slow and steady wins the race when you're hauling a mountain on wheels. Traffic, yeah, it's gonna be backed up, but hey, gotta make way for progress, right? From the bustling streets of Brazil to the wide-open roads of the U.S., and even down under in Aussie land, these super heavy haulage gigs are happening all over the globe. It's a testament to human ingenuity and the incredible machines we build to conquer logistical nightmares. Hats off to the drivers, the engineers, and everyone involved in making these seemingly impossible feats of transport look almost easy. Now that's what I call serious trucking business. Listen to those engines roar, watch those endless trailers stretch out, and feel the sheer focus and intensity in every move. This ain't just transport, this is art, a ballet of brute force. To pull off these journeys, they spend months planning, getting permits, mobilizing escort teams, and using specialized gear you wouldn't even dream of.
Or you can proceed over that first bridge.
All right, no worries.
No, when they get a bit closer.
Yep.
So next time you spot a superload convoy like this on the road, don't get all grumpy about the traffic jam. Just take a moment, soak in the epic scale of it all, and give a silent round of applause to the unsung heroes of the super heavy haulage industry. They're the real artists, painting a symphony of steel and skill across the world's highways. Let's take a moment to admire the sheer power and precision behind this operation. Up front, the Mercedes-Benz Actros Beasts likely 4165 models pack V8 diesel engines, pushing over 600 horsepower. These trucks aren't just powerful, they're reinforced to handle extreme loads with rugged axles and a chassis designed for pure strength. Now, the trailer. This is no ordinary flatbed. It's a modular multi-axle behemoth, likely from Goldhofer or Scheurl, with dozens, possibly 100 wheels. Each axle plays a crucial role in distributing the immense weight, preventing road damage and ensuring stability. But the real magic? Those axles aren't fixed, they're hydraulically steerable, allowing this massive rig to snake through tight bends with astonishing precision, all guided by spotters on the ground. And then there's the cargo, most likely a wind turbine nacelle or a towering section of its structure. It's built to endure powerful winds, but houses sensitive electronics that demand careful handling. That's why it rests in a specialized red cradle, engineered to distribute weight evenly and minimize stress. Transporting something this large isn't just about securing it. It's about ensuring it arrives in perfect condition. Maneuvering this beast isn't just about brute force, it's a carefully synchronized effort. The high-vis spotters aren't just waving their arms. They're the critical link between drivers and the surroundings, guiding every movement through. Radios and hand signals, each turn, incline, and obstacle is calculated down to the millimeter, ensuring safe passage through even the trickiest terrain. But the real work happens long before the trucks hit the road. Months of planning go into these moves: route surveys, permits, road reinforcements, and escort coordination. Every bridge, overpass, and power line must be measured and accounted for. Sometimes roads are even temporarily modified to accommodate loads this large. It's a logistical masterpiece, blending engineering, experience, and precision teamwork. This isn't just transportation, it's heavy haulage at its finest. Next time you see a convoy like this, don't just see a big truck. Recognize the expertise, planning, and sheer determination behind it. These crews are the unsung heroes of industry, keeping the world's biggest projects moving forward. We're looking at a serious piece of kit moving down the road here. That ain't your average load of lumber, no sir. That's one heck of a big old sausage. Probably for some fancy refinery or chemical plant. You can tell right off the bat this ain't no Sunday drive. Look at that rig. That's a proper heavy hauler, pulling a multi-axle trailer that's longer than my first marriage. And check out the pilot cars, front and back. Those fellas are there to make sure this beast doesn't take out any mailboxes or street signs. They're talking on the radio. Sounds like they're keeping a sharp eye out for blind spots and other traffic. For a minute there, it sounded like the rear steering got a little confused. Happens to the best of us, especially when you're wrangling a load the size of a small apartment building. But they straightened it out quick. No sweat, nose clear. They say that's trucker talk for making sure the overhang is clear of anything it might snag on. You gotta be precise with these giants, inch by inch sometimes, and that's steerable. Trailer, that's the real magic right there. Let's wiggle that long load through corners that would make a regular semi cry.
Nose clear. Coming hard left.
All in all, this is a masterclass in oversized transport. Takes skill, patience, and a whole lot of oomph to haul something like that. Makes ya appreciate the folks who move the really big stuff, doesn't it? Betcha that driver's got a story or to tell after a day like that. Cheers to the heavy haulers. Keep on trucking.
Run up straight. Perfect. A little to the left. Keep going. I'm going to my truck now.
All right, buckle up, folks, because we're diving into the land of the giants. What we've got here is a straight-up beast of a dump truck. I mean, seriously, look at the size of that thing. We're talking industrial-grade muscle here. First off, you see that excavator in action. Smooth operator. Loading that bad boy up like it's just another day at the office. That scoop is massive, and it's just chucking tons of material into the back of this WTW to OE like it's nothing. Efficiency at its finest. People. And the truck itself, man, it's a marvel of engineering. Those tires are probably taller than your car. It's got more wheels than I have fingers and toes, just to handle the sheer weight of the load. You can see it's built tough for hardcore mining work, no doubt. Then, bam, it's off to the dumping grounds. Watch that thing move, fully loaded, like it's still just cruising. And when it's time to unload, tilt that bed up and whoosh, everything just slides right out. Simple, effective, and on a scale that's just mind-blowing. Honestly, watching these machines work is like seeing a well-oiled dance of heavy metal. It's loud, it's dirty, but it's also seriously impressive. This is what it takes to get the job done in big mining operations. So next time you're filling up your car, remember these giants, because they're the ones getting the raw materials out of the ground. Pretty cool, huh? This video captures an impressive heavy haulage operation, clearly demonstrating the complexity and expertise required in this field. We are witnessing the transportation of a large industrial component, likely a critical part of mining equipment, a power plant, or a large-scale construction project. A standout feature here is the specialized multi-axle trailer system. Its modular design and large number of wheel axles indicate an extremely high load-bearing capacity, carefully calculated to optimally distribute weight and protect road infrastructure. The tractor units and push trucks are heavy-duty Mack trucks, a brand renowned for its strength and reliability in demanding applications. The use of push trucks at the rear suggests that the transport route may include inclines or challenging terrain, requiring additional traction to ensure safety and progress. Transporting oversized cargo like this presents numerous technical and logistical challenges, from detailed route planning and obtaining special permits, to traffic coordination and ensuring absolute safety throughout the journey. Everything demands meticulous preparation and seamless coordination between engineers, drivers, and support staff. Nighttime transportation, as shown in the video, is a common solution to minimize impact on public traffic and take advantage of less congested road conditions. Observing the control maneuvers closely, we can see the precision and experience of the operating team. Navigating through tight turns and urban streets at night further proves their high level of expertise and flexible problem-solving skills. This is not just an ordinary transport operation, but a top-tier demonstration of engineering and coordination within the heavy haulage industry. Now that's a truck, a Mack, built tough, probably a Granite or Titan, packing the muscle to haul just about anything. And that trailer, a multi-axle beast with steerable wheels, engineered for extreme loads. It's all about precision, not just power. As for the cargo, it's massive, maybe a mill trunnion or part of a crusher heading to a mine. Whatever it is, it's heavy enough to crack pavement. Moving something this big takes serious planning, route surveys, permits, police escorts, and expert coordination. Every bridge, turn, and clearance has been measured down to the inch.
Back bit, a little bit of tree pruning there. Beautiful. It's good for regeneration, I was told.
Yeah, the pruning.
Then there are the ground crews, the unsung heroes guiding every move. With hand signals and radios, they ensure everything rolls smoothly. And the SoundMax deep rumble, steel groaning under pressure, it's industrial music in motion.
This is probably the shot.
I reckon so, that's looking pretty good.
So next time you see one of these giants, take a moment to appreciate the skill, planning, and brute force behind it. This isn't just hauling, it's an engineering masterpiece. Hats off to Mackley's Transport for showing how it's done. First up, we got this cherry red Mercedes, a real beauty, hauling what looks like a massive rock crusher or something equally beastly. Notice that multi-axle trailer? That's how you spread the load and keep it stable, even on roads that look tighter than my jeans after Thanksgiving dinner. Drivers doing a smooth job, keeping it slow and steady, a real masterclass in precision there. Just look at that load, colossal, mind-blowing, the kind that makes you wonder how they even got it onto the trailer. This isn't some routine shipment, it's an industrial giant, likely a massive turbine, transformer, or generator, weighing hundreds of tons. Wrapped in blue, but there's no hiding its sheer size and weight. This is the definition of heavy duty, Now, the terrain, brutal. Forget smooth highways, these are twisting, hairpin-filled mountain roads, steep enough to test any engine's limits. And to conquer them, they've deployed the ultimate heavy haul technique, the push-pull system. Lead trucks navigate the path, but the real magic happens at the rear, where pushers steer the back end, keeping this beast on course like a perfectly synchronized dance. And let's not forget the spotters, the eyes on the ground, ensuring every turn, every inch of clearance is precise. Their signals and coordination are the difference between success and disaster. This isn't just transport, it's a masterclass in engineering, skill, and nerve. A true spectacle of logistics at its finest. Hats off to these legends of the road. This is heavy haulage at its best, courtesy of Volvo do Brasil. Leading the way are FH16 750s, one pulling, one pushing, moving a massive turbine component for the Belo Monte hydroelectric plant. Weighing hundreds of tons, it rests on a multi-axle trailer built to distribute weight and ensure stability. But this isn't just brute force, it's precision. Months of planning, permits, and expert coordination make moves like this possible. Every turn, slope, and clearance is calculated to perfection, with skilled drivers navigating tight curves effortlessly. The ground crew plays a crucial role, guiding every inch of the journey with signals and careful checks. One wrong move could be disastrous, but their expertise keeps everything running smoothly. This isn't just a big load, it's a stunning display of engineering, logistics, and raw power in action. All right, listen up you grease monkeys and trucking aficionados. Let's talk about this video, because what we're seeing here is a serious ballet of heavy metal and masterful maneuvering. First off, feast your eyes on this absolute unit of a drum. I'm talking industrial grade, folks. The kind of thing that makes your regular water heater look like a thimble. Fresh out of the factory, still gleaming, and ready for its grand adventure. And how do they get this behemoth moving? With some good old-fashioned crane power. That's how. Watch those guys finesse those straps. It's like a graceful ballet, only instead of tutus, we've got tons of steel hanging in the air. Now, the real star of the show, the trailer. This ain't your grandpa's flatbed, no sir. This is a multi-axle, low-loader masterpiece, designed specifically for hauling the seriously oversized and overweight. Look at the sheer number of wheels. On this bad boy, it's practically a centipede on wheels. Built to distribute that immense weight and keep everything nice and stable. They gently lower that drum onto its chariot, making sure everything's snug as a bug in a rug. And then the journey begins. This isn't just a hop, skip, and a jump down the highway. We're talking a full-blown expedition. Check out the route they're taking from the factory floor. They're navigating through what looks like city streets, then winding onto country lanes and even tackling roundabouts. Roundabouts. Imagine trying to pilot this thing around a roundabout. That takes some serious skill and a whole lot of pre-planning. You can see the challenges they face. Tight turns? Check. Narrow streets? Double check. Overhanging wires? Probably check. Although thankfully we don't see any close calls here. These guys are weaving this massive load through the urban jungle. Like it's just another Tuesday. They're inching through corners, making micro adjustments. And you can just tell the driver is working those mirrors and that steering wheel like a surgeon. It's inch-perfect precision driving at its finest. And it's not just highways, folks. We see them grinding through cobbled streets, squeezing through what look like tiny village roads. The trailer is practically dancing around corners. Those steerable axles working overtime to keep that drum tracking true. It's mesmerizing to watch how this whole rig articulates and bends to the will of the driver. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. We see snippets of the journey over days, marked by timestamps showing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's a testament to the logistical planning and sheer patience involved in these oversized transports. They're not just driving, they're managing a whole operation, coordinating escort vehicles, probably dealing with road closures, and keeping everything safe and sound. The video even throws in a map highlighting the route. This isn't just some local haul. This thing is going places. Product Kralov, Milnik. These aren't just names on a map. They're checkpoints on a serious journey. Overall, this video is a masterclass in heavy haulage. It's a reminder that behind every piece of massive infrastructure, every giant industrial plant, there are teams of incredibly skilled people making the impossible possible. Serious props to the drivers, the riggers, the planners, and everyone involved in getting this monster drum from factory to destination. Hats off to these heavy haulage heroes. They make it look almost easy. But we know better, right? Big thumbs up and keep on truckin'. We're talking a serious Bella's dump truck here, a true heavy hitter. Check out those tires, bigger than cars, and listen to that engine roar as it gets ready to dump a mountain of rocks. Seriously, that's a hillside in the back. Smooth hydraulics lift the bed, then bam, rocks avalanche out. You can almost feel the ground shake. This is raw power in mining. These giants haul tons of material daily, workhorses of earth moving. It's amazing engineering to build these behemoths. tires are critical for weight and rough terrain. That engine's a massive diesel, pushing huge horsepower. Hydraulics are smooth and powerful, and when it unloads, a cascade of material. Heavy-duty work indeed. These are unsung heroes in harsh mining environments, running 24/7s. Reliability is key. Suspension, brakes, everything over-engineered. It's brute force meets precision, moving mountains. Impressive piece of kit, makes you appreciate machinery power. We've got ourselves a serious piece of kit here. Looks like a beefed up military rig. Probably something that could pull a house off its foundation. And look at what it's wrestling with. A classic yellow tanker. Looks like it's decided to take a mud bath. Now, that ain't your average Tuesday afternoon tow job, folks. That mud's thick as pea soup, and that tanker's probably heavier than my ex-wife's luggage. But this recovery truck, it's just chugging along like it's pulling a kiddie car. You can hear that engine just purring, not even breaking a sweat. Those massive tires are digging in and spitting mud like it's going out of style. Good all P3 recovery clearly knows their stuff, bringing in the big guns for a big job. Betcha that tanker driver is mighty relieved to see this green machine show up. Mud's a real party pooper, but not for this monster truck. Keep it in the channel, buddy. Yeah, that's how you get it done. Impressive stuff. Makes you want to go get stuck in the mud just to watch this thing work its magic. Just kidding, Dot. Dot mostly, huh? First up, that REXX hauler. Seriously, what a beast of a machine. It's not just big. It's engineered big for a specific job. In pit haulage, you see it grinding up those slopes, fully loaded with rock, and you can just feel the power. That engine's not some puny thing. We're talking a high horsepower diesel, designed to churn out torque all day long. And those tires, forget your car tires. These are like rolling fortresses, built to grip loose rock, shrug off punctures, and carry insane weight. It's all about getting that blasted rock out of the pit efficiently. And the REXX is king of that hill. Then we shift gears to the road trains. These are a different kind of monster. Long-distance haulers. Mining operations are often way out in the boonies, miles from anywhere. Road trains are the answer for that. Think of them as mobile conveyor belts, only they're roaring down dusty tracks across the outback. One tough prime mover truck, and then a whole train of trailers hitched up behind, each one swallowing tons of ore. And you see those massive loaders in action. They're not gentle. Scoop after scoop of rock just gets dumped right in, filling those trailers in no time. The real story here isn't just the machines themselves, it's the whole mining context. These aren't just trucks driving around a quarry. We're talking about massive, complex operations to extract resources from deep within the earth. The environment is brutal, dust choking everything, scorching heat, rocks flying, constant heavy loads. That's why this machinery is built like tanks. Reliability is king, maintenance is crucial, and safety is paramount. You get a glimpse inside the cabs in the video. It's not just a steering wheel and pedals. It's a whole command center, monitoring systems, engine management, all to keep things running smoothly and safely. From the in-pit grunt of the REXX to the long-haul stamina of the road trains, this video shows you to vital pieces of the mining puzzle. Different jobs, different machines, but both essential for getting those raw materials where they need to go. If you're like me and appreciate the sheer scale and power of industrial gear, this video is a proper treat. It's a reminder of the incredible engineering and hard graft that goes into getting the stuff we use every day out of the ground. And these trucks, they're right there in the thick of it, doing the heavy lifting day in, day out. Proper machines for a proper, tough job. Happy now? What you're seeing here is not an ordinary delivery. This is heavy haulage at its absolute finest. A ballet of brute force and brain power, if you will. We're talking about shifting a behemoth, an industrial giant. Look at the size of that vessel, probably destined for some refinery or chemical plant, doing some serious work. This isn't off-the-shelf stuff. This is bespoke, massive engineering, and moving it is a serious undertaking. Now, let's talk about the star of the show, that trailer. That's not just any old flatbed. That's a modular trailer, a marvel of engineering itself. See all those axles? That's not for show. That's about load distribution. We're talking hundreds of tons here, and every single one of those tires is playing its part, spreading the weight so we don't turn the road into a rice pudding. And it's a Goldhofer. You can tell by the build quality. German precision at its best, built for the toughest jobs. Notice how it can articulate. Those self-steering axles, they're not just turning with the truck, they're actively steered, allowing this monster to snake around corners that would make a regular truck cry. Hydraulic suspension, too essential for keeping that load level and stable, especially on uneven surfaces. You wouldn't want that thing tipping over, would ya? That'd be a bad day at the office. But the kid is only half the story. It's the crew that makes it happen. Look at the coordination. It's like a military operation. You've got guys on radios, constant communication, making sure everyone's in sync. Hard hats, high vis. Safety is paramount, and rightly so. This is dangerous work if you're not on your game. They're inching it along, millimeter by millimeter in places, checking clearances, making adjustments on the fly. You see them tweaking those hydraulics, raising and lowering sections of the trailer. It's a constant dance of precision. And someone's even perched right on top, like a lookout in the crow's nest, keeping a hawk eye on those power lines. Talk about dedication. That's going the extra mile. Literally. The route planning for something like this must have been a logistical nightmare, but they've nailed it. Roundabouts, tight corners, even bridges, they're taking it all in stride. And you see the clever solutions they're using. Timbers and steel plates laid down to smooth out curves and bumps, making sure those tires have a nice, even surface to roll on. It's all about minimizing stress on the load and the trailer. These guys have seen it all before. They know the tricks of the trade. And it's not just a truck and a trailer, is it? It's a whole blooming convoy, police escorts, flashing lights, support vehicles, clearing the way, making sure everything runs smoothly. It's a spectacle, really, isn't it? Even a helicopter, buzzing around, getting the aerial view. Someone's making a proper record of this. It's not just a delivery, it's an event for the whole town, I reckon. People must be stopping to watch, jaws dropping. What this video really shows is the skill, the expertise, and the sheer hard graft that goes into heavy haulage. It's not just driving a big truck. It's problem solving, it's teamwork, it's a blend of engineering know-how and practical experience. These are proper professionals, masters of their craft. Makes you appreciate the unsung heroes who move the world, piece by massive piece, doesn't it? Top marks to this crew, a truly impressive operation. All right, settle down, you gearheads and crane fanatics. You think you've seen big? Hold on to your hard hats, cause this ain't just big. This is straight up colossal. We're talking about Liebherr's LR1500 crawler crane. And this video, this is pure, unadulterated heavy machinery porn. First off, let's just get this straight. Moving this behemoth ain't no Sunday drive to the hardware store. Economical transport my ass, okay? Yeah, relatively economical for a crane that could probably lift your house. But look at the sheer scale of this operation. Those ain't your average 18-wheelers. Those are heavy haulage rigs, working overtime just to lug these gargantuan components around. See how they break it down. Smart move. Keeps the width down to something vaguely legal on the road, and keeps the weight from crushing the asphalt to dust. It's like watching a transformer unpack itself. Pure logistical wizardry. Then, boom, they hit the site, and it's game on for assembly. Forget wrenches and elbow grease. This is 21st century crane building. Baby, smart crane ain't just a buzzword, it's the real deal. That operator, he's got a remote control in his hands, looking like he's about to drop a beat in a DJ booth, not assemble a half-mile high crane. Safety first, yeah. Helmets and harnesses, check. But they're flaunting these safety features like they're just part of the package, smooth as silk. This ain't your grandpa's hand-cranked crane, folks. And the smarts don't stop there. Central ballast, only for slabs. What kind of black magic is this? Imagine the time and hassle that saves. Less slabs, less faff, more lift and power. Quicker on the job, and winch for, permanently reeved. Translation for us gearheads, minimal cable wrangling, maximum uptime. They're putting this thing together like a finely tuned Swiss watch. Every piece precision engineered to lock and tight. It's mechanical poetry in motion. Now, feast your eyes on that boom rising. Section by section, climbing higher and higher, reaching for the freaking stratosphere. It's like watching a metal skyscraper sprout up out of nothing. And that crawler drive, fourfold. This thing's got the grip of a goddamn gecko on steroids. It can crawl, it can creep, it can maneuver like a boss even with tons of steel on its back. Ballast wagon driving mode, forget about it. Parallel driving, towing, slewing, it's got more modes than your dad's busted up pickup truck. They've literally engineered this thing to dance around a job site, no matter how tight the squeeze. And get this, ballast handling, easy and safe. Yeah, they're underselling it big time. Look at those guys, clicking in those ballast blocks, like they're slapping high fives. No sweat, no strain, just pure, engineered efficiency. Assembly ballast, tray, suspended ballast, all handled with the same effortless precision. It's like they designed this thing to assemble itself while you kick back and drink a cold one. But let's get to the main event, the reason we're all here. Max lifting capacity, 500 tons. 500 tons. Let that sink in. That's heavier than a goddamn jumbo jet. That's enough to lift a whole section of a bridge, a freaking oil rig component, maybe even a small office block if you're feeling spicy. This isn't just a crane. It's a goddamn titan of the lifting world, a freaking lifting god. And the kicker, it all comes apart just as slick as it goes together. That remote control ain't just for show, it's orchestrated in this whole damn symphony of steel. Liebherr ain't just building cranes, they're building freaking masterpieces of engineering. Seriously impressive piece of kit, wouldn't you say? Makes you want to sell your soul to the devil just to spend a day behind those joysticks, right? Damn straight it does. Now that's what I call heavy machinery. Alright, gear up for the next beast, folks, cause we ain't done yet.
for him, guys.
That massive yellow beast, that's part of the Cat 994F Loader, one of the biggest mining loaders on the planet. What you're looking at is just the bucket linkage and arms section. Yet it alone weighs well over 100 tons. These machines operate in open-cut mines, scooping up massive loads of earth. And just moving a single component like this is a logistical challenge in itself. To haul something this heavy, you need serious muscle. Enter the Western Star Prime Movers chrome-plated giants built for extreme loads, likely powered by Cummins or Detroit diesel engines. These machines deliver massive horsepower and relentless torque to keep the load moving. And that deep, growling engine note, that's the sound of pure hauling power. Now, take a look at the trailer. This isn't just any flatbed, it's a multi-axle platform trailer, a highly specialized piece of equipment designed for ultra-heavy transport. Notice the sheer number of wheels. Each axle helps distribute the enormous weight, preventing road damage and ensuring stability. But the real trick? Those axles are steerable, allowing the trailer to pivot smoothly round tight corners that would be impossible for a standard rig. A move like this isn't just about brute force, it's a carefully planned operation. Weeks of preparation go into route planning, obtaining permits, and coordinating escorts. Every bridge, incline, and turn is analyzed to ensure a safe journey. On the ground, the crew is constantly communicating via radio, making real-time adjustments as they navigate the route. And let's not forget the drivers. These are the elite of the trucking world. Maneuvering a convoy this size takes exceptional skill, patience, and precision. They're not just driving, they're feeling the weight, judging every clearance, and ensuring everything moves as smoothly as possible. So next time you see one of these oversized loads on the highway, take a moment to appreciate the sheer effort and expertise behind it. This is heavy haulage at its finest, a perfect blend of power, engineering, and human skill in action. So, the video kicks off in the factory, and let me tell you, it's like watching a metal ballet, but with sparks and welding torches instead of tutus. These ain't assembling toasters, fellas, they're piecing together a proper beast. Look at the size of that steel. We're talking plates thick enough to stop a tank shell. You see them welding up the main frame, and it's not just some backyard job. This is precision engineering, top-notch welds, the kind that'll last through hell and high water. They're using overhead cranes the size of small houses just to swing these components around. That's how you know you're in the big leagues. Then comes the fun part, moving this behemoth. Transporting this thing is a mission in itself. A real head-scratcher for logistics guys. They gotta practically dismantle half the rig just to get it road legal. And check out that rig hauling it. A man truck, yellow as a canary, pulling a low loader that's practically kissing the tarmac. Transport Exceptional doesn't even begin to cover it. This ain't your average grocery run, mate. Watch them maneuver those tracks and the main body onto the trailer, inch by inch, slow and steady. No room for error here. One slip and you've got a multi-million-dollar paperweight. It's a testament to the skill of these drivers, pure poetry in motion, if you ask me. Finally, they unload this monster at the site, and the real show begins. It's like a giant mech awakening, piece by piece. They start bolting it back together, connecting hydraulic lines thicker than your arm, tightening bolts that need a torque wrench the size of a baseball bat. It's a symphony of clanking metal and the hiss of hydraulics, and then, bam, she's alive. You see that LB for rise up, boom extending, ready for action. And when it gets to work, oh boy, it's a sight to behold. That Bat 510 rotary head, spinning like a demon, just chews through the earth like it's soft butter. It's churning out dirt and rock like it's going out of style. Deep, clean holes, drilled with grunt and precision. This ain't just digging holes, it's earth-moving artistry. So, there you have it, the Liebherr LB44 in its full, glorious, badass form. From factory floor to drilling site, this machine is a testament to human ingenuity and sheer engineering muscle. It's not just a piece of equipment, it's a statement. It's saying, yeah, I can dig that. Bring on the challenges. Makes you respect the hell out of these machines and the folks who build and operate them, doesn't it? Proper gear, proper job, as they say now, who's for a pint? We've earned it just watching this thing work.